You're watching Poland Daily Business, and tonight we will look at the space technology at its very best. The European Rover Challenge is right now being performed in Kielce. Łukasz Wilczyński, an organizer of the event, is our guest tonight. Sir, welcome to the show.
Hello. Hello to everyone.
Behind you is a simulated Martian surface, and you don't have to look far to get the red soil in Świętokrzyskie region.
Yeah, this is actually the soil from the Świętokrzyskie region. You can see a lot of hematite, a lot of, these red spots you can see. So we found it the almost same geological quantity of the soil you can find remotely on Earth. Of course, you can see a lot of rocks and a lot of sands because the Mars is not red everywhere, as you can see. So it's also a rocky place, as you can see behind me right now. So yeah, this is especially that's why we also chosen this place, because Świętokrzyskie is kind of geological encyclopedia of the world. This is one of the oldest places or oldest mountains in Europe, and we remember the fantastic discovery a few years ago when the tetrapod was discovered here near Kielce, actually.
So that's, but we'll talk about future and the Mars exploration. The European Rover Challenge is just another set of these Rover Challenge competitions that are being performed in the United States and elsewhere in Europe. But there is one common thing: the Polish students are gaining like top position. If judged by this European Rover Challenges over the world, the Polish students, Polish technical universities are the best. And I wonder why.
Well, I think that it's because we have it in this blood. So our engineers, young engineers, the students, they year by year, they presented excellency in robotics, excellency in scientific thinking. And you can see it also when they join Polish space companies. What amazing thing we as a Poland we are doing in the space. Of course, we are not talking about having a prime contractors, like these big, huge companies. I'm personally thinking, do we need to have like a prime contractor? Do we need to be biggest? No, we need to be the best. So, for example, these prime contractors, NASA, ESA, OHB, or Airbus, etc., they are ordering some very sophisticated piece of technology in Poland for Martian mission, for the space missions. And very often is that the people that are gathering in this competition, they are ending up in these companies and are building this amazing equipment. I'm talking about Astronica that built this special device for finding, for hearing actually what is Mars inside, for hearing the geological movements of Mars, right, of earthquakes. I'm talking about Cener from Warsaw that is making a umbilical mechanism for the ExoMars mission. I'm talking about, CBK Pan Institute. So actually, there are a lot of Polish companies making mechanism, but not only mechanism. Remember that these rovers, that the success we are talking about is not only about hardware, but also amazing software. For example, the rover that won last year, rover from this city, that they had like 6,000 lines of code inside the rover. What is very interesting, because Poland is also one of the regions in the world where the IT things are being outsourced. And in space, it's also a success in this place. We have this GMV Innovating Solution Company. They recently made the whole onboard software of OPSAT satellite. This is the very interesting satellite, scientific satellite of European Space Agency. So I think that these successes are brought by very good education, the technical education. We have very good polytechnics in Poland, and we learn really very tough, of course. And we still have to, we want to still be, we are thinking that we are still behind, these big agencies, etc. So we want to quickly build our position. And this is, I think, that driving us to do it. And the second thing, in my opinion, is passion, because Polish people are very passionate. And what we do, everything we do with a huge passion. And you can see if you find any person from Poland that is working in NASA, ESA, usually the person has got huge passion to what the person is doing. So I think this is our secret.
Right.
But don't tell everyone.
The feature in the world is right now the falling prices of the orbital transport. Obviously, everyone is watching reusable Falcon 9 SpaceX craft. There is built now the Starship that it's going to another order of magnitude less, charging less for the orbital transport. So we are really looking at the orbital or space economy rather than space sciences. Do you believe that Poland will find its place in this new business branch that is creating right now on our eyes?
Of course, because I always say that in space, there is a space for everyone. So actually, the space is a huge sector, huge one. You don't have to, build rockets to be in the space sector. You can join human exploration programs. You can join the scientific programs. You can join downstream programs. So, for example, technology transfer. So there is a space for every country, for every company. The matter is the idea. The idea. So, for example, what is made right now in Poland. There is a Polish Space Agency is going from by company to company and is mapping what kind of specialities, what kind of interesting things we can do. Because what we need to do as a country, we need to find our niche. It can be one, it can be like a few of them. But in these niches, we need to be professional. We need to, to be as one of the unique partners in the world. And this way, if we go this way, we can always be chosen by these big companies. Because I believe that there is no place anymore for building a huge space company in Europe, for example, because, these cards were played many years ago. We have these huge prime contractors. They are very connected with ESA. So actually, our place in space sector as Poland, it's being in the niche and being a very professional.
Łukasz Wilczyński reporting from Mars, almost. Sir, God bless you, sir. And Łukasz is very stressed because the huge event is just about to start. So I will leave you in the simulated Mars soil.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for this conversation. You've been watching Poland Daily Business, and tomorrow, same time, please join our show.